Hey everyone, welcome back to On the Fence Movie Reviews. I am Adrian, and unfortunately Rob is out of town, so I will be reviewing Joker by myself. So Joker stars Joaquin Phoenix, Zazie Beetz, and Robert De Niro. It is a film with a character named Arthur Fleck, played by Joaquin Phoenix, who lives in the city of Gotham, who suffers from PBA, a condition that is where he laughs uncontrollably, and especially when he's nervous. So he tends to be beaten down or even bullied at times throughout the film, and he starts to spiral down into a descent of madness, if you will, and till eventually he becomes the character, the Joker. And so I want to jump right into it and talk about this film. Obviously, let's get this out of the way. Joaquin Phoenix is he carries this film. I don't think there's one scene where he's not even in this film, and his performance is so strong. And as it carries, you see where he starts from the beginning of the film all the way to the end, and how he kind of progresses, and little subtleties here and there, which make the film really great, and his performance really great. You start off with this film thinking you feel sorry for him, and that's the brilliance of this film, is that you feel sorry for him, that he's being made fun of, that he's being bullied, but by the time he gets to become the Joker, you start to see oh, wait a minute, no, that's not okay. The things that he's doing are not okay, and there's a fine line, and I think that's part of the controversy is he's the hero of his own story, and people are uncomfortable with it, and I think it's a very interesting performance in how this film plays out. But I will say, yes, it is a dark story, and I can understand why people have walked out. From what I've been reading, some people have been walking out. I can understand why they would do that, just because it can make you uncomfortable, depending on what your barometer is, or what you're comfortable with seeing on screen. But yeah, it has a lot to say about mental illness, and those being kind of, and even bullying in a way, where you kind of ask yourself that question, almost as if, am I the bully, or am I the guy that and what happens when isolation, and you go into this a dark place. And so the one thing I will say about the film is that it's an honest film. It's not trying to make you pick sides or take a stand on anything. It's literally just presenting and showing you this person's life, and I think you as a viewer have to make that kind of judgment, and where you kind of land and how you feel about it. It is definitely a film that requires a lot of conversation. I know I'm trying to be as vague as possible, because I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, and that's why I kind of miss Rob here, because it is a conversation piece, and it's something good to kind of talk about. What did you feel about this character? What did you feel about where he stands on this and stuff? So it's kind of hard to talk about, but yeah, like I said, I like the things that they did. Let's talk about the score. The score was very, very good. It was very subtle, but haunting in a way, where it gives you this almost eerie feel as it kind of comes in the background, and it slowly builds, and it's almost gives you the chills. But it is masterfully done, and it's done very, very well. Cinematography, the shots that they get in here are perfect and excellent, and again, the use of colors. There are certain scenes where rays of light are being shined on him, and those are usually in the scenes where he's almost happiest, and so when you see those images and the imagery there, it works, and it's great at setting the mood and tone throughout this film. Like I said, it is a difficult film to discuss, and it's a film where the conversation needs to be had. But overall, for me, I'm going to jump off that fence, go to the movie theater, watch this film. And I would recommend you watching that. But I will say again, it's not your typical comic book film, and it kind of transcends that, and that's what's so great about it. And I will say, don't expect Batman to come in and save the day. It's a standalone Joker film, and it's about the Joker. So, if you know anything about the Joker, he's a very violent, cruel sociopath type character that, there's no rhyme or reason. He just does. So, you go in with that mentality of understanding that this is what this film is about. I think it may be make it a little bit easier to watch. But yeah, so I'm going to say get off the fence, go watch this film, and you make your judgment call on how you stand on this film and how you feel about it. So anyways, that's my review of the Joker. I hope you enjoyed it. Why don't you comment down below and let us know what you thought of the Joker and what your opinions are on this film. And also, don't forget to click like, subscribe, share, let everybody know that we are here. And as always, we'll catch you on the fence.